Howdy, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Nerd Hell, where the spirits are stronger, for it is Halloween. And only now can I escape my chains and haunt local Carl's Jr.'s. It's me, Jack Skellington, just a little bit skinnier.
And it's me, the Event Horizon, here to spook up your day.
And it's
and
me.
We got somebody.
Oh, yeah.
I keep doing that. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. And it's me, the corpse, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about some low self-esteem, man.
That would be a personal hell to somebody.
Dude, 100%. Yeah.
And, hey everybody, welcome to an episode of Nerd Hell. We got special guest Savannah here.
Hi.
And yeah, there she is. And I have this thing where I keep trying to introduce the guests, but they speak, and it's not a guest's fault. It's not your fault. It's mine. I need to learn.
Oh man, imagine learning. What kind of person is that?
I never know when to talk, so I just was excited.
I know. I'm actually kind of excited about these new microphone setups. So, I mean, it should be worth it. We did pay like $200 for this, so who knows, dude.
But hey,
yeah.
Look at us. We're investing in the podcast. Speaking of investing, if you go to our YouTube channel, we should have our first stream up there.
Oh, right, where we try to play video games.
Yeah, we try not because we suck at video games, but technical difficulty.
Dude, I don't. It's not so much as it's the technical difficulty of it. It's just that I crumple under pressure. Right, there are very few things that I'm actually good at with people watching me, and one of those things that I'm good at when people watching me is obviously like teaching. But everything else, I'm just like, I don't fucking know what to do. Man, I'm usually really good. I play Dark Souls, and then when I play this game and like we're recording, I'm just like, oh, shoot the canister full of gasoline that's right next to me instead of throwing it first. I'll do that, and then it just sounds bad, but still, yeah.
I've always had a thing under pressure, where like the first time I'll hit the jackpot. Like if somebody's watching me, the first time I'll do it perfectly, but then after that it just goes to crap. Like for example, if it's like, I can't open this jar, I've been trying for hours. Hey, homeboy, help me real quick. I can't open this. Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's always been like that, and it always ends up embarrassing me in the long run. So, with Halloween here, did y'all do anything fun?
Shit. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. It's literally on a Sunday. It's like the worst time to have a Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I feel like Halloween's meant to be on like a Saturday or a Friday. Definitely not a school night.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody already did trick-or-treating yesterday, and what I did was I just sat down like in front of my steps with a bag of candy, dressed as a plague doctor, yelling at them to wash their hands.
Oh, man, you should have just thrown disinfectant at them. You're like, actually like done it?
I did have a bottle of hand sanitizer.
Were you?
I told them, don't you dare eat that candy without sanitizing first. I will take you to the grave with me. And then today for the gym, I went dressed as the plague doctor, just without the bird mask. I walked in with the bird mask, but I took it off as soon as I started working out.
Oh, okay. Damn.
It was a good time. A lot of people approached me for pictures. Good ass time.
Okay. Hey, whatever happens, right? I think that's
right?
fine. Yeah. I don't know. Damn, man. I don't know. I wasn't in the mood to celebrate, right? So it was just. I mean, what was it? You remember that one night, babe, when someone took our potato bowl?
Oh my gosh, don't get me started.
Yeah. So we had our candy, so we had our, like, potato bowl, which is what we usually make, like, mashed potatoes or any kind of potato
Or like
thing.
roast potatoes, you chop them up, put them in there.
we put candy in there, and then we also put, like, it's our anniversary, Happy Halloween, to Take One. And then someone legitimately stole the entire bowl, and then, like, we never found it. Like, they just stole the bowl with the candy.
That's awful. And the potatoes?
Yeah. Well, no, not the potatoes, but we just don't have a potato bowl anymore.
I'm just imagining instead of a bowl of candy, we just set out a bowl of potatoes. That would be awesome. I would have much preferred that.
I know.
These kids need their starch.
They do.
They need something, I guess. I don't know.
They're too skinny these days. Gotta make them fatter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn. I don't know, dude. So you went basically as like a plague guy around town in Utah. Yeah?
Yeah, and I shouted at people to be cleaner.
You shouted at people to be cleaner. Honestly, it's a good reminder, especially for like these tough times, right?
Bro, honestly, like Plague Doctor was just perfect because like I went to a Renaissance festival like last year.
Yeah.
We all had to wear masks and everything. And going as a Plague Doctor was the perfect choice because what I did was I took a mask and I cut a hole in it and I put it through my bird beak.
Oh. Great.
I still had a mask underneath, no worries, but it was a good time.
That's funny. That's great. That's awesome. I don't know. I always want to do costume stuff, but I was a little burnt out because last year I dressed up as a Viking because I have Viking, actual authentic Viking stuff, right? And so, like, even with, like, the fucking, like, leg wraps, right, that go on the bottom with the shoe and shit. So I was like, all right, I'll do this. And so then I dressed up, right? And then, like, I showed up and they're like, what are you supposed to be, Shrek? And I was
Rude.
like, oh, shit.
Rude.
I know.
I mean, he's Scottish, I think.
Okay, great. You just compared Scottish people to Irish people, Robinson. What are you, fucking racist?
Start a fight.
You
No,
racist boy?
Michael Myers said it himself.
No, did he though?
Oh yeah, so
Mike
Shrek
Myers.
movie.
Mike Myers is Canadian. You can't trust him.
And when I heard Michael Myers, I thought, okay, we're talking Halloween.
No, yeah, talking some kind of shit, right?
I always get those confused, but nah, apparently for the first character of Shrek, he just did a Midwestern accent, right? But he's like, nah, this is kind of boring. Let's swap it up. So he did that like Irish Scottish accent for Shrek.
Yeah, yeah.
He just rolled with it.
Damn. Wow. You think you know someone, you think you like someone, and then all of a sudden they drop this shit on you? You know, dude. So I can't believe it, but also, you know what else is something that I really can't believe? Is that Dan Aykroyd, right? You know, crazy guy that has the skull vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever watch any of the JonTron shit, there's like that one part where he's just like, "Oh, we're doing skull vodka," and it's like a weird thing. So Dan Aykroyd, right? Apparently, he was being interviewed, and according to Parade magazine, Dan Aykroyd believes that his best movie of his career, the number one movie of his career, is Coneheads.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was a documentary, of course.
Oh, of course, yes. Yes.
All that was real.
So, according to the article, right, Aykroyd, right, basically said that, like, he believes that the movie was basically, it's by far the best work I've ever done and will ever do, he says. He also relays an anecdote in which he lost his temper on the Coneheads Paramount lot during production and threw a fax machine on the ground while dressed in full character, noting that he is one of the few people on the planet with two colored eyes and webbed fingers and toes. I'm very close to the alien spirit and ready for them to arrive.
Well, you know what? That's just a fixed mindset.
No, dude, that's
bad for you.
That's some fucking crazy shit, dude. Like, he's a crazy person. Like, he is legitimately bat fucking insane. Like, if you ever watch the JonTron video, what is it, like 9 minutes in? 9 minutes in until he starts talking about the actual product that he's trying to sell you for a commercial. And it's like, okay, why?
Don't talk crap on the crystal skulls. One of them's in El Paso.
Just someone's fucking closet.
Yeah.
Gloria.
In Maria's closet.
In Maria's closet, yeah. So I would have thought it would have been like Ghostbusters, right? Or Spies Like Us, or something else that
Literally
he's done.
anything else.
Yeah, literally anything else. Something else. Anything else. But no, apparently Coneheads is what he believes is his best work of all time.
Did he do the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brother, yeah.
Right? So I don't understand, like, what the fuck is going on with him that he thinks that that's his best movie is the Coneheads? Dude, I mean, let's look at Rotten Tomatoes, right? So if we look
this goes back to what we talked about like 1 or 2 weeks ago, where Will Smith said his worst movie is Wild Wild West.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know, dude. Like, I thought Wild West was fun. I liked Wild West.
I'm a stay either Suicide Squad or Bright. Those movies were terrible.
So Coneheads is 35% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? And let's
Audience
see.
or critic?
It has a 35 on critic and 37 audience, right?
Okay.
So
yeah,
then
that's fine.
Ghostbusters with Dan Aykroyd and all of them has a 97% critic and then an audience score of an 88.
Bro, Ghostbusters was so popular, it killed the reboot that came out 20 years later.
I just don't. I think the reboot that they should have done something different, right? So, from my understanding of this, and I know that Savannah's like heard me talk about this before, is that they actually leaked the script for what was supposed to be the new Ghostbusters film, and the new Ghostbusters film was supposed to be like the next generation, but it was going to be like Charlie Day and Aubrey Plaza starring.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
And they're like the children of the Ghostbusters, and they take over the business because the Ghostbusters are retiring. Right? What could have been?
Yeah.
What could have fucking been?
That would have been amazing because right now I guess they're trying to do that movie, but instead of it being like adults, it's kids with Finn Wolfhard and whoever his little sister is in that movie.
I mean, what was it? We were actually going to go see that in theaters today, but then we realized that it's not out till November 18th. And I'm like, how?
Yeah,
the film is done, right? The film's finished.
I was going to say, I swear, I've been seeing trailers for Spectre and Ghostbusters for like 3 years now.
Yeah, dude, like it doesn't make sense that it doesn't make sense that the Ghostbusters film didn't come out on Halloween or it didn't come out like in October. Why fucking November is my fucking like question, because it's a Ghostbusters movie, right? It should come out like on spooky season, not fucking November. I guess November is spooky season for natives, right? But not.
Well, here's the thing. It's a Thanksgiving movie, just like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, it's not. It is fucking not. It really is not. I will die on this hill.
You gotta change that fixed mindset into a growth grindset.
Dude, I'm right now on a Sigma mindset you cannot imagine. Try to get to my level, boyo.
Disregard humans, acquire currency.
It's the capitalist way, right?
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of capitalist way, Mark Zuckerberg, the soon-to-be overlord of Earth, he decided to make a change that nobody saw coming and nobody thinks is a good idea. He decided to change the Facebook company name to Meta.
Yeah. So he does understand that like metaverse was actually coined by like a sci-fi writer for Cyberpunk, and that metaverse is a organization in which corporations basically enslave people online. So
I think he knows what he's doing then. He knew exactly what he was doing.
I don't get his deal. I don't care. I don't like Mark Zuckerberg, honestly. When they made the Facebook movie about him, I was like, how is he a hero in any of this?
He reminds me of
a
lizard person.
He reminds you of a lizard person?
Yeah.
Ever since his court case, nobody thinks he's human. And I feel bad because this is just like a weird dude. I think my favorite photo of him is that one where he's like electric surfboarding in a river and his face is slattered with sunscreen. He did to his face what I do to barbecue ribs.
Oh my god, yeah.
Have y'all seen that photo?
No,
Yes.
dude. I mean, wait. No, I have
All
seen
right,
it because
there you
what is the part where he's like acquiring water, and there's a part where he's lifting the glass really awkwardly to sip in front of Congress. Yeah.
No, that's not it. I'm a send it to y'all, and I will also post it on our Twitter at NerdHellPodcast.com. No, not .com. I still don't know how Twitter works.
I don't
But
know.
here, I'm about to send it to y'all right now. This is the funniest image I've seen in my life.
Oh,
my
no,
God.
I've seen
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
seen that one.
Look at his face. Look at it.
I don't know, babe.
like-
What do you
He
think?
looks like Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire when she shoves her face in the cake.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I cannot.
I don't know,
Also,
babe. What do you think? Attractive? Yes or no? He's got that ass.
100%.
I was about to say he kind of thick.
Yeah,
He's thick on something.
He's
thick on that data.
You said, Robinson, you said barbecue, and I was just thinking of that picture where he has that bookend that's barbecue sauce in his background.
When he was like being interviewed by
that.
Congress, and it was just like in the back end, he just has like the Kentucky sweet barbecue sauce like in the background. I'm just like
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck, man? Like, how does someone have this much money? How do people that have this much money are both like evil and goofy at the same time?
I have no idea how Zuckerberg does it. Well, I will say that's the first thing about him that I respect. Like, if I could, I would hang up various meat spices and sauces in my house. But back to Meta. He is trying to change the company name to Meta because like some sort of... I got a article by CNN Business. Facebook is changing its company names as it shifts its focus to the metaverse. Basically, he's trying to say that Facebook is no longer just Facebook because it's alongside with Instagram and WhatsApp. So he's trying to like brand all his companies as the metaverse under that name. And he's going so hard into it that they're going to be trading under a new stock ticker, MVRS, Metaverse, on the 1st of December.
Okay. Damn.
And honestly, I'm going to say what everybody's thinking. I'm going to say literally what everybody's thinking. He's just trying to cover up all the bad press.
No, he really is, because like he's had like several people. There was that infamous like data leak in which the emails show that Facebook knew that like 1 in 5 teenage girls developed mental disorders from being on Facebook and Instagram. And there's even like that 17, there are 17 newspapers that publish 17 different reports called the Facebook papers. And those things basically say that like Facebook is, number one, toxic to people. Number two, like it is cancerous to our society. So, yeah, I mean, just taken all together, each individual story should be groundbreaking in themselves, but you have 17. There are 17 different things that they published that show that Facebook is not healthy for American society. It's not healthy for people in general.
No, it's not, because like as somebody who's gotten really into bodybuilding, well, not bodybuilding, but fitness, I follow a lot of guys online that do fitness. And as soon as I started following them on Instagram, because I follow people like Noel Dizel, Mika Holly Lewis, honest people, right? That talk about fitness in a realistic light. But then as soon as I scroll down, I see all these like perfect people, right? Like these guys with literally no stretch marks. I have so many stretch marks on my bicep and shoulders. Just looking perfect. Like talking about their supplements, talking about their 30-day challenge, stuff like that. And honestly, it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel inferior. And then I realize, wait, that's why this is bad.
Yeah, exactly.
This is horrible. Yeah, this is horrible because I'm an adult, right?
Yeah.
I got better things to do than to scroll on Instagram being like, oh, why don't I have a 12-pack? But it's really detrimental to teens and kids because they don't know better. They don't know better like we do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
it's terrible.
I
It's
mean,
a parasite.
I don't know, Savannah, you got any like psychological stuff like you can tell us about this? Like, what's up with the frontal cortex when they're teenagers and seeing this shit?
Yeah, so if we're talking about the prefrontal cortex being executive, oh my gosh, decision making. I don't know. Like, I guess the main thing is yes, definitely the link between like, are you talking about the art? Were you talking about the article with like suicidality?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, body image issues. Right?
Body image issues. Sorry, because that's also a thing. Like, increased use of social media contributes to that, but it also contributes to definitely body image issues because yeah, you're staring at images that aren't real. You're looking at people that have Instagram like a bunch of filters and things like that. So you're trying to achieve something that you may never achieve, and so that causes depression in people. And yeah, I think social media is toxic. Unfortunately, I have to be on Facebook for my work in order to get more peoples. So It's addictive, I guess, is another thing too. Social media can be addictive to people. They're waiting for those likes, they're waiting for those comments, all that stuff, because it artificially builds self-esteem. So,
Well, I mean, because like, what is it? I know that like essentially around like way back in the 2010s, right? There was an article that came out that made me kind of go, maybe I shouldn't be on this. When it was like, oh, Facebook is the new smoking because it'll withhold apps and likes and notifications just to get your attention. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I don't need that. That sounds like a fucking bad time for me.
I only use Facebook to communicate with family in Mexico. But, Savannah, it was interesting that you said artificially build up confidence or self-esteem. Because former Google CEO Eric Schmidt mentioned in an interview with the New York Times, is that he warns that this type of technology will soon be everywhere and not necessarily the best thing for human society. In detail, he said all of the people who talk about metaverses are talking about worlds that are more satisfying than the current world. You're richer, more handsome, more beautiful, more powerful, faster. Then he goes on to say, so in some years, people will choose to spend more time in their goggles in the metaverse. And who gets to set the rules? Facebook is going to... He doesn't say this, but Facebook is going to be able to set the rules.
Yeah.
And more specifically, the Zuck.
Yeah, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all.
you say the Zuck, and I have this picture right in front of me of this man on this board.
Dude,
He doesn't look
I hate
like a
him so
supervillain.
much. Yeah, dude, I fucking hate him so much, and I know that he's like, overlord or like whatever and that kind of stuff. But it's one of those things of, did you see the other day that like, what was his name? Fucking Tesla guy.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, right? So
Elongated muskrat.
Yeah. So I have a big old problem with Elon Musk. I have a big old problem with Elon Musk because I think that he's just a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. He's a greedy, selfish prick. And honestly,
Named his kid a math equation.
I don't understand people's like of him or people defending him because he does not give a shit about anyone else except for himself. And none of the stuff that he does actually benefits humanity at all. Really, not at all. And what?
I think it's funny that he said, he basically said, you guys don't understand. If they start taxing me, they'll start taxing you.
Yeah, well, we're already paying more taxes than him in the first place.
Wait, what? I've been getting taxed this entire time. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, the other part of it that I am very like upset about is that the other day, last week he made $30 billion. And then when the new like tax came up, he said, "No, you can't, because then I'll go bankrupt." Dude.
I mean, cool.
Like,
you're not gonna go bankrupt, man.
No.
How do you lose that much money? How many gacha games do you play to lose that much money?
I don't know. Maybe he has like a big Genshin Impact. Like he's a big fan of Genshin Impact, and he like fucking like spends billions of dollars just on Genshin Big. But he's supporting the economy of like southern China right now. I don't know.
And what Savannah said earlier made me upset because when we think about like superheroes and supervillains, in our world, superheroes are people like Mr. Beast and Mark Rober. If y'all heard about Team C's, for every $1 you donate, they're going to clean up a pound of trash from the ocean, already getting a ton of support. And our supervillains is Elon Musk, cat girlfriend addict, and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
And then you look at this photo. That's our Lex Luthor.
I know.
Look at him.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I think Jeff Bezos looks more like Lex Luthor.
Oh my gosh, you're absolutely right.
Dude, 100%. Like Jeff Bezos has the bald head. He's got like the insane laugh. He looks like someone who would want to take down a superhero and obsess about taking down a superhero because he has too much money to worry about anything else. So, yeah.
Oh, that kind of money. And I want to end us off on a little bit of a funnier note. Anybody who speaks Hebrew, in this case, Dr. Nirit Weisblatt, author of the Techlash and Tech Crisis Communication, tweeted that in Hebrew, meta means dead. So Mark Zuckerberg confirms Facebook is dead.
I mean,
But honestly, this entire thing of him changing the name to Meta is like Mark Zuckerberg drawing on a fake mustache, and it's like, I didn't do all those bad things. My name is Jimmy.
I think a more appropriate metaphor would have been like if he had put on the cartoonish villain like mustache, been like, I didn't kill this woman. I just tied her to the railroad tracks. The train is what killed her. Yeah.
What was that conductor thinking?
I know, right? It was out of my control. I just left her there. I don't understand why people are getting mad. I just like had the rope. I just happened to have it. And she was like, hey, can you tie me to this railroad track? And I was like, sure, dude. So I tied her to the railroad track, and then she got hit by a train. Why is everyone so upset? Just, hey, be mad at her. It's her responsibility.
Who can't undo a knot? Really now?
I know, she screamed help. Nobody else helped her, so I guess it's everyone's fault then.
Yeah, why would she keep screaming help? Nobody was there except me.
I don't know.
I made it very clear I wasn't going to help.
Dude, 100. All right. I 100% believe that like the world would be a better place if Facebook was not a thing. If social media just kind of like went away, I 100% believe that it would be a better place.
Facebook is basically the American social credit score at this point.
I mean, right? I guess. I mean, there's a lot of differences between that though, and like I'm very critical of the Chinese Communist Party. 100% critical of the Chinese, but you need to understand like the social credit system. I can see the idea for why they might implement something like that. Because if they have an entire generation of selfish pricks, which, congratulations, we do, if they're called boomers, then, I don't know, maybe implementing something of like, you go do community service and you get good credits, you get social credit scores, right? Maybe you don't, maybe you, like, visit your parents, or maybe you, like, pick up trash or do something, like, good for the community. Maybe that's something that, like, a more community-based driven stuff. Now, do I think that you should be banned from, like, going to the gym or using airplanes and shit if you don't? No, obviously not. But I think, like, there should be something like that kind of implemented here, but not, like, that, like, with the Chinese. But, I don't know. My take for the day is that I think, fuck the Chinese. I mean, they're fascinating. Their history's fascinating, but fuck them. And fuck Xi Jinping, that teddy bear-looking motherfucker. So...
I never understood that comparison until I saw side by side. But I do have a piece of news that is interesting and might bring our hopes up.
Oh?
So y'all know about the Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Can you?
Oh, basically, let's say you got your big old PC, but you really want to play Xbox games. Guess what? If you pay $10 a month, it's basically Microsoft video game Netflix.
Okay.
For $10 a month, you can get access to over like 200 actually really good games, like actually worth it games. Basically what Nintendo Switch Online should have been.
Okay.
And if you pay $10, you can get it on PC or Xbox. If you pay $15, you can get it on both, right?
Okay.
So Google Stadia tried this first, but it was a god-awful service. So one thing that Google Stadia tried to do is like, hey, it's okay if you don't own a console. Just buy our $60 controller and then play video games on your phone through what's it called? Cloud
network,
gaming.
Yeah, network or Wi-Fi,
cloud
right?
gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you connect to our Xbox, like the Google Xbox, and then we'll stream it to your phone. Boom. Which isn't a terrible idea. But they ruined it because, one, you need good internet to begin with, and two, they had their service was just bad. Like this happened in 2018, 2019. Imagine paying $60. Imagine paying for the service, and then paying $60 for Tomb Raider, which came out in 2014 and is $20 on Steam. So it just wasn't worth it. But now, PlayStation is getting in on it with PlayStation PC. What they're doing is they're trying to do what Google Stadia did, whereas, hey, if you own a PC controller, pay for PlayStation PC, and boom, you get to play PlayStation games on your computer. Play PlayStation games on your phone. And they're putting a bunch of their exclusives on there. which honestly makes it kind of worth it, because I would love to play Bloodborne on my PC.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
my draw for this, and especially like with God of War coming out on PC. Holy shit!
Absolutely.
Because I got
Yeah.
an RTX 3080. I'm gonna fucking crank the frames up on that shit, and I'm gonna be bleeding my eyes. That's gonna yeah. I don't know.
Exactly. Since nobody has a goddamn PS5, but everybody can get a PC, so. Whew.
I know. Well, I mean, this may affect Savannah in some kind of capacity because she may not fucking see me for a bit.
No. Well, I hope you enjoy the game though. I know you like God of War.
I don't know, babe. Like, you could always like watch me or join me. We could do like a girlfriend reviews kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just not good at video games. I like watching video games. I'm just not good at them.
It just sucks because like the only high powered like gaming machine that we have is my fucking PC, and like we are not able to like do like a watch party or whatever or connect it to my TV. But
No,
yeah, who knows? Maybe she can watch me play Bloodborne or be like make some mistakes and get really upset. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
You know what I wish?
I finally.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you.
Oh, okay, me. I was just thinking about video games. Like, literally the only video game I'm good at is Guitar Hero 2. So if we can find a PlayStation 2... No, I'm kidding.
Actually, there is, like, if you can get, there's a lot of USB Guitar Hero controllers. The Guitar Hero online community is surprisingly vast.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not know that.
No, it's insane. Like over, I forget what they use, but there's like this central hub that Guitar Hero online players use. Over like 5-something million songs on there.
Wow.
They got like rating systems. They got curated playlists. They got everything. It is insane. But real quick, we gotta go take our break. I am going to see if I can take a PlayStation 5. I got my crowbar, I got my air horn, and I have tear gas. So let's see how this goes.
Great. We'll see it.
See you, folks. All right, and we have returned. Thank you all for waiting. I just, I got these new creatine capsules instead of the creatine powder because I thought, it might be easier if I don't have to measure it out. These are the biggest pills I've seen in my life.
Okay. Yeah, you were telling me that they were pretty huge.
It is so difficult getting them down. They're like the size of 2 antihistamines.
All right.
But anything for the gains. Unfortunately, yes, anything for the gains. And so remember when I freaked out about Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to freak out again because, let me give you a little history. Warner Brothers, right? They released a silly little, it's not even a trailer. So you know how, before you watch a movie and they have like the movie logos, sometimes they're like really creative, like fun logos, like the Blumhouse logo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blumhouse one where it's like you look to the left, scary girl. You look to the right, a chair floating. You look in the middle, Blumhouse. Well, Warner Brothers released a one of those for their animation studio, Warner Brothers Animation. So it started with the Warner Brothers Animation logo. Daffy Duck pops out of it and starts doing his shenanigans. Scorpion pops out, throws Daffy Duck into hell. This is canonical.
Oh.
He throws him into hell and then starts doing some kicks and backflips. Then Shaggy, Ultra Instinct Shaggy, like the actual meme, that meme where Shaggy's a Super Saiyan, Ultra Instinct Shaggy comes out, grabs Scorpion by the throat, and yanks him into hell.
Why? Why? What is this? What is happening? Why is this a thing?
So it made everybody go wild because now everybody's thinking, oh my gosh, Warner Brothers smash. And maybe, I don't know. I thought it was really funny. And I thought it was just like a fun little logo. Like, hey, Looney Tunes, Scorpion, and Shaggy, right? But turns out there was a roster leak for a video game.
Oh, okay.
And I follow Hungrybox on YouTube. Everybody follow Hungrybox if you like Smash Brothers content. And he's been following this since he followed the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
And he posted a leaked roster, right? And it was just, it was like, hey, it's a leak. It could be fake, right? I learned to stop trusting leaks ever since the Smash Brothers Grinch leak broke my heart. And Warner Brothers took down his video.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they did.
Warner Brothers themselves took down his video and started taking down all copies of this image they could find.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that was for a publicity stunt or if it's real. But would you guys like to hear the roster?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
So,
I can't speak for both
have
of
an
us, but yeah, I'll hear it.
I have the image in front of me. So on the top left, so it's 2 rows filled with characters. In the top left, we have what seems to be an unknown original character. I checked multiple sources. Nobody knows who it is. Next to him is Steven Universe. Next to Steven Universe is Batman, Harley Quinn, Finn from Adventure Time, Jake the Dog from Adventure Time, Shaggy, Superman, Wonder Woman, Gandalf, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, Bugs Bunny, and Tom and Jerry. Now this is a character select screen, and what they have is in the top right of all these characters, they have icons. So for the original character in Steven Universe, they have this sort of like weird rock icon, I can't tell. Batman, Harley Quinn, and Finn have a sword icon, which makes me assume damage. Jake the Dog, Shaggy, and Superman have a fist icon, which makes me assume like bruiser, maybe a little tankier. Wonder Woman has a shield, meaning tank. Gandalf, Rick, Bugs Bunny, and Tom and Jerry have a fireball, which makes me think mages. And that's when I realize, are they making League of Legends Warner Brothers? Because this isn't the first time it's happened. There is Adventure Time MOBA, and there is a Lord of the Rings MOBA. So this isn't too far-fetched.
Right. Hey, I mean, if it works out, it does, right? I'm sure we'll hear about something in this like pretty soon. Although, I don't know if I really have an interest in this, though. I don't know, because there's not really a stake for me on this one, right? Because I'm not a fighting game person. So, like, the best fighting game that I was, like, is Smash Brothers, right? And the Nickelodeon All-Stars seems like it would be fun. I just don't know, like, if is it only on, like, PC, or is it on, like, something else that I could play it with?
Oh, it's on everything.
It's on everything. Okay.
Yeah, Switch, PlayStation,
I just
Xbox.
feel like Warner Brothers, once again, with all their IP, is, like, I don't know, coming in too late with this. They really are coming in too late with this.
So here's the thing. Yes, but if it's going to be a MOBA, and a MOBA is like, for our audience, it's like League of Legends, it's like Dota 2, Heroes of the Storm. The most recent MOBA that came out that like made headlines was Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I want to try this out because I played Pokemon Unite I played it for 5 days. It's super simple. It's all right. Mm-hmm. It's not because I play Dota 2, which is infinitely more complex. I'm just excited about this because it's one of my favorite game modes, and I freaking love Warner Brothers. They got Tom and Jerry in there. They got Rick Sanchez. They got Shaggy. They can have more DC superheroes. Yeah. They got Bugs Bunny. It's just I get excited.
You get excited about MOBAs, right?
I like MOBAs. Yeah.
I mean, hey, more power to you. I can't be part of a MOBA. You tried playing MOBAs with me, and I was so out of it. I was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. There was like an Overwatch event where it's like, hey, play Heroes of the Corn, and we'll give you a free skin.
I know. I was so fucking bored during. Not bored. I was just like, what's the point, right? So I'm going here, doing this. Okay, all right. Where am I going now? I don't know, dude. Like, I think that's great. Like, I think it's good because, like, obviously people who like watch me play JRPGs would be like, that's really fucking boring, right? Because it's turn-based. Which, hey, I'm going to admit it. Sometimes turn-based can be pretty fucking boring, right? But MOBAs are one of those things of like it. I feel like I'm wearing down the left click on my mouse when I'm playing this game. Like, when we were playing, I was just like, how many times have I had to click? And then it's also like 40 minutes for like a round, for like a session. And I was like, I don't know what the
true.
fuck I'm doing, so I'm just clicking everywhere. And
I guess I just really like crossovers.
you like crossovers?
They're always
Oh
fun.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey, so Robinson, have you ever been in like a situation where you dressed up the exact same as someone else, like costume wise?
Actually, never.
You've never had that
Actually,
happen?
never.
Okay.
I've only worn the same shirt as somebody once. Yeah, and that was like back in middle school.
Okay.
And I think I remember it because it's the only time it's happened. I've been wearing like, I remember I was in middle school. Middle school, like the first year of middle school, and my mom comes in with a box that just has a huge $5 sign on it, right? Like written in marker, and she's like, "David, look at all these clothes. They all fit you." They were all like double XL. XL, and they were all dad based.
They're all like, I got like the dad lingo on it. Babe, what about you? How about you, Savannah? Have you ever been like at a party or like in school or something where you dressed up the exact same as someone else?
Not necessarily costumes, right?
No, not necessarily costumes.
Okay.
Like anything really.
So I have such a weird style, and like everyone was wearing, like especially growing up, everyone was wearing all the latest things, and I grew up solidly lower middle class. So I don't think I ever had a time where I dressed or somebody else had the same outfit or anything as me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason that I'm explaining this to you as right now is that there was a party, right? So there was a Blount County Police Halloween ball, and every single officer and deputy dressed as the exact same comic book character. And I want you guys,
Punisher?
they all dressed as the same person, which is the Punisher, Frank Castle.
Hell yes. Good.
Yeah. So every single person at that ball was dressed up as the Punisher.
Wow.
Yeah. And it says, to quote Officer Daryl Hainsworth, "I really thought it wouldn't happen again this year."
Again. Oh my gosh.
That's a joke. No, you made
No,
it up. That's
I'm
a
not
joke.
joking. I'm actually reading this.
That's not
He
possible.
further went on to say, like, "We all agreed that only a quarter of us could do it to avoid looking stupid, and I should have been in that quarter. It's just such a cool costume. Everyone I know thinks so."
It's just no. It's a T-shirt with a skull.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
lie
no,
to
because
yourself.
then you could also do like the bulletproof vest with the skull, right? So you could do the flak jacket with the skull. You could do, a bunch of other shit with it too. But according to those at the party, the police officers tried to wrap their heads around why they feel such a connection with the character. And I think we all just need a day to unwind and feel free, and that's Halloween, said all good Officer Martin Smith, fiddling with a gun he was 75% sure was a prop but couldn't remember. Being a police officer is hard work, and we all look up to this guy, the Punisher, because he's a fantasy character who has unchecked power to do whatever he wants to stop crime as well as settle personal beefs with violence. Obviously, that doesn't exist in the real world, not even a little bit, but sometimes, just sometimes, we all wish it did.
You're reading an Onion article. I don't
No,
believe you.
I'm not. I'm actually reading a article from, like, a harddrive.net. So this is like
What's an hard drive?
harddrive.net is like a place where there's like video game news and comic book character news, right? So this like entire thing is like at the time, as of the press time, a man was carried to the entrance of the Blount County Police Halloween ball and physically thrown out for mentioning the story where the Punisher is black.
It's black.
Yeah. So there's a comic book sideline in which the Punisher, like in a retro kind of like new universe kind of thing, where the Punisher was black. Yeah.
I don't believe.
You don't believe any of this?
This is like two. This is a. Hello, dog. What was that? Sorry. This is a episode of Seinfeld.
This is an episode of
This is too
Seinfeld, yeah.
perfect. This is.
Dude, like everyone dressed
Like,
up as a Punisher, but like, isn't that so fucking perfect that is exactly why they like as. I don't get it. One of my things is that police already have qualified immunity, so whatever they fucking do to you doesn't really count within the court system. They don't really have shared responsibility as an individual. It is the county that gets the responsibility, right? So the whole idea is that this person saying, being a police officer is hard work and we look up to the guy, the Punisher, because he has unchecked power to do whatever he wants to stop crime. Yo, do you know who the Punisher goes after? Corrupt cops.
Tell me you're corrupt without telling me you're corrupt. Haha, I did a TikTok trend.
Dude,
I'm
100%.
cool. I'm cool with the kids
yeah.
now.
I don't know. I still think that's really funny, though, that all of them dressed up as the same thing.
That'd be, you know what? Good for them, I suppose. They're having fun with it. I guess. I don't know what this. That's too perfect. They all they all simp for the same guy, the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get that. It's like that episode of Parks and Rec, where Anne's like, I forget who says it, but it's like, if you're a doctor or a nurse, why would you go to like a Halloween costume dressed up as a doctor or a nurse?
Yeah.
And they go to Anne's Halloween party where everybody is dressed like doctors and nurses because Anne is a nurse.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like, if you want to be something else, don't be your job. I would hate it if like I'm a chef and I went to a Halloween party as a chef. I want to be something I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dress up as a man in a suit so it looks like I know what I'm doing.
And you know what the funniest thing about this entire thing is? Is that harddrive.net is basically a comic book onion, so you were right.
Okay, I knew.
I had you for a minute. Of course I did, because I'm good at that. Like, people believe me because I say it with a straight face and I say it deadpan. So no one ever really questions like what I say. I just be like, yeah, no, like the whole thing is, did you know that kangaroo means I don't know in Aborigine? And they'll be like, what? Really? I'll be like, yeah.
It's because you sound like you know what you're talking about. That is a skill.
I know.
That is a skill.
I'm a trickster, dude. Like, that's it. Like, I can be a trickster if I want, because no one... Yeah, but still, like, the funny thing about it...
like Thor, think like Loki.
But the funny thing about it is that this is just so much just like this, because every single fucking cop, every single fucking person that, like, supports the Thin Blue Line has Punisher merch, right? Like, what is it? Our neighbors that live around our neighborhood, like, did you know that, like, our neighbors actually open their garages, like, during the day for some reason? And, like, when you walk by, you can actually see what's in their garage. It's kind of weird. Like, it's one of those of, like, there's a lot of people who just, like, keep their garage door open during the day, and I'm like, why?
And all night for some of them.
Yeah.
Don't you want to see how cool this place is? Bro, look at that. That's a bike that I never
One
fixed.
of the guys that we live next to, he decorated to the nines for Halloween, but then we looked into his garage, because his garage door was open, of course, for some reason. And there was, like, a Trump train flag that, like, covered the entire back wall of his garage.
They said all aboard or something?
All aboard the Trump train. We were both kind of like, this is weird. I don't like this person anymore. Like,
I like everything that's all aboard.
It's all aboard. Yeah.
All aboard.
I mean, now we just need Mark Zuckerberg to tie them to those railroad tracks, right? I mean, obviously he won't have any problem with it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, he did kill all those, like, small infant children on Mars with a lightsaber, right? He killed those younglings.
I love ending younglings.
Yeah. But in actual serious news that I have, Resident Evil Village, which is my game of the year 2021, gotta love the big booba mama. She's Resident Evil Village is set to receive free DLC. Yeah. So Capcom said that Resident Evil Village is set to receive free DLC sometime in the near future, and it was published to the company's recent annual integrated report as a part of the lengthy document, which kind of looks back at the studio's kind of year in the performance and what they're going to be doing to expand in the future. Capcom's director and executive officer Yoichi Igawa spoke briefly about the company's development strategy and how plans for Resident Evil Village could, like, further contract into that. And I'm quoting, obviously. And I quote, "We will drive our customer management to understand the playing trends and preferences of users. We're also building a business model for online operations, taking into account the situation of our free additional DLC for titles such as Monster Hunter Rise and Resident Evil Village." Yeah.
You know what? I respect it. That makes me
Dude,
happy.
free DLC. Like, that's fucking great. Like, all the time, like, it's like, do you want to buy DLC?
Do you want to get this costume? It makes your character wear a different kind of hat.
I know, right? Although there were lots of mods on PCs for Resident Evil Village where you can make, what is it, like, basically, like, cartoon children characters as, like, the villains and that kind of stuff, or, like, Ethan Winter turns into, like, Mickey Mouse. And, like...
Oh, yeah, send that video.
Send that video to the Discord?
To the Discord.
I'll do that later, but
okay,
still.
yeah, to watch later, just because it's funny.
Yeah, because what is it, Heisenberg was Woody from Toy Story, and
hell yeah.
what is it? The werewolf things, or were the handsome Squidwards?
Okay, and then the best one is Lady Dimitrescu was...
Lady Dimitrescu was like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh god.
To be fair, she's got some massive tanks in front of her, so...
I was gonna say, yeah, does Thomas get boobs too?
I don't know, dude. I think that would, like, those are called wheels, dude. Multiple stuff. Yeah, but still, like, I'm actually excited because Resident Evil Village sold 5 million copies, right? So obviously they understand that, like, there's a massive success and there's, like, a lot of people wanting, like, actual good story-driven single-player action games.
Yeah, which I'm very happy about because there was a period of time where people are like, single player is dead. And that actually does tie in nicely with the PC, with the PlayStation PC that I mentioned earlier. Play Resident Evil, put all the Resident Evils on PC, the remasters, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Because I still haven't played it, and I would honestly rather play it on my PC than on the PlayStation.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, it's my ultimate goal next year, Halloween 2023 or 2022. I'm going to cosplay as Lady Dimitrescu, 100%. Savannah's going to have, like, that boob envy.
Oh, yes, I will. Yep. I don't know, what should I be then? Who is...
You need a hat that won't fit through a door.
Can I be is the baby in that,
Oh, you want to be the scary baby from Beneviento's house?
Yeah.
Why don't you just be Lady Beneviento? That'd be easy. You just wear, like, an old black Victorian, like, morning dress, and then we just get you a creepy ass puppet.
I'm here for it.
We could dress Cash up as the creepy ass puppet.
Oh my gosh, Cash. He's sleeping right over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Yeah.
That sounds sick. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with Capcom right now. It seems like with all the video game companies doing terrible things, Capcom is out here being a shining light of what a good company should do. Speaking of companies doing terrible things, y'all want to talk about that Nintendo Switch Online again?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Because I was about to buy it because, like, I mean, I told you, like, a couple of weeks ago that, like, Savannah would, like, legitimately said, and I'm, you remember, babe, you did say this to me, that you'd be interested in watching me play Banjo-Kazooie if it was on
Yes, absolutely,
Switch.
100%.
Yeah, right? If it was on the TV and we could watch it, like, on the TV as I'm playing it, then it'd be great. So, why don't we talk about this fucking dumpster fire that Nintendo can't seem to get over?
Oh my gosh.
So if for our audience, if you want a really in-depth look at this, go to Arlo's YouTube channel. I love Arlo. Please notice us, have us on ArloCast. But it turns out it got even worse because the game, like trying to play games on the Nintendo 64, is not as good as it should be.
Yeah.
Which there is no excuse for it because Nintendo did the NES remix and NES Remix 2 that were good old times. To bring it up first, the control scheme is one of the dumbest things I have seen in my entire life. So get this. On the right, you have your face buttons, right? And on the Nintendo Switch controllers, the bottom button is B and the right button is A.
Yeah.
So on the N64 controller, it's reversed. So the bottom button is A and the left button is B.
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo just said, hey, how about on the Switch controllers, we make bottom A and top right A, completely ruining years of muscle memory that people built up playing
Well, like,
Nintendo 64.
I tried to buy the wireless controller for the N64, and it sold out, like, in 30 seconds. Because, again, bots,
Never mind.
right? It's bots. That's
Oh,
it. That's
yeah.
the fucking thing, is that it's bots. Like, Nintendo should have literally a one per customer like email thing with this whole fucking shit, but they don't because Nintendo does it. Like, they hate people. Nintendo is a toy maker that hates the people who buy their toys. So
they hate me too. On top of that, the left button on the Nintendo Switch controller, the Y, is the left button on the C panel, which makes sense. Okay. The top button on the Nintendo Switch controller, the X, is the down button on the C controller.
Okay.
Which nobody fucking... Why? It makes zero goddamn sense. Yeah. And there's a lot more wrong with it, but it's kind of hard to talk over on the podcast. So I will end it off by saying that you cannot natively change the controller layout in any of the Nintendo Switch Online games, the N64 games. You can, however, go out to the system controller, the system settings outside of the game and change it there. But why? It's a lack of effort, because it is honestly not difficult to change mappings for a controller inside a video game. Especially if you're a Nintendo.
Yeah. Okay. I mean...
Like, this is just we don't want to do it.
I think it's at this point, like, ROMs do better. Like, literally, fan ROMs do better at everything than Nintendo does.
I was about to say, the Game Boy Advance app that I had on my first phone back in 2011 is better than this service.
Dude, careful. You're going to get sued by fucking, like, Nintendo.
Hey, it's the statute of limitations.
The statute of limitations? Yeah.
Yes. On top of that, so they did say, don't worry, you can play games online. Imagine playing Super Mario Party online with friends. It's laggy.
Yeah.
It's in some cases unplayable.
I mean,
but that was
it's the same as what
Nintendo
it was.
Switch Online.
Yeah, it's the same as what it happened with like when they put out the Super Mario All Stars, right? Where they had the 3 games.
Yeah, exactly.
They were buggy in fucking bullshit, right? Like Nintendo should have just like, sued the people that made the ROMs, taken that ROM and then put it onto a disc. They literally could have like fucking cheated and it would have been okay. Right? But no, they decided that they wanted to do it in-house and they wanted to do it like their way, and they suck dick at it because, Nintendo doesn't want to compromise. I understand being like really protective over IP. I don't understand being protective to the point that you actually make your IP worse.
Speaking of somehow getting worse, in some cases it's better. It's more technologically advanced to play these games on your N64, a device that came out before I did. It came out before 1999.
Yeah. No. Like,
it's better to play it on there.
I owned an N64, right? The Nintendo 64 or like a GameCube or anything like that. Like, I owned those things and I had them for such a fucking long time. And they were perfect and they were flawless because they had the hardware made for that. Nintendo just sucks dick. Like I said, again, they just suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. In this specific case, Ocarina of Time, there's that boss battle against the fish. Savannah, do you know
exactly
what I'm talking about? So, here's, as a game developer, in training, we learn about using stuff to cover up flaws. For example, something that was used all the time back when 3D games were just barely coming out is the draw distance is terrible. So cover it up in something. In the case of Silent Hill, you cover it up with fog. In the case of Super Mario 64, just put a giant building there, right? In the case of Ocarina of Time, the water looks terrible and the draw distance is kind of bad. Just add fog, right? In the Nintendo Switch Online version, apparently you can't do the fog in all games. For some reason, it does not work. The N64 runs these games better than the Switch. So in many games, the biggest example being Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, it looks terrible. The game looks worse on the Switch than it did on the 64.
Great. My disappointment.
Yeah, and the Switch can run Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And also, I'm pretty sure we mentioned this. Ocarina of Time is like 2 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Maybe even less.
Yeah. I mean, I can even
And
check it out right now, right?
Yeah. And here's another fun fact that is true. Do y'all know the game Nier Automata?
Yeah.
There are more polygons in 2B's booty than there is in the entire game of Ocarina of Time.
Oh my god.
That is real. That is not a joke.
So, the Ocarina of Time's video game file is 25.7 megabytes.
I way overshot.
Yeah. I know, you were like, it's 2 gigabytes. I was like, I wish, dude. That's the remastered version. This one is the fucking, like, yeah.
That's the one on the 3DS.
I know, this is like something you could put on a floppy disk.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Why not give us the 3DS remake then?
Or, I don't know, why not just give us, like, the full game on a physical cartridge? No, we can put.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
Then you wouldn't have the input lag, right? So there you go.
And the last thing that baffled me to no extent is, so with the N64 came attachments, like the Rumble Pack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure everybody can remember, hey, you put this on your N64 controller, you turn it into a sex toy. I'm kidding. It makes it vibrate.
Mm-hmm.
They also had expansion pack. They had a bunch of stuff. I remember the first time I experienced it, it was when I got Animal Crossing, and it came with a memory card. So, for example, in Mario Kart, you can only do ghost races if you have the memory pack. Well, since it's impossible to get the memory pack on Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo decided, you know what? No ghost races then.
No ghost races. Okay.
Which completely baffles me.
Damn.
I don't understand.
Yeah?
They are hiding an entire game mode behind the fact that, like, you needed a memory pack to play it. So instead of optimizing the game so you can play without the memory pack, we're just not going to let you play this game mode.
Okay.
I just don't get it. It's a lack of effort. That's all it is. It's just a lack of effort.
They're just trying to cash in on nostalgia. I mean, Disney did it with Star Wars. They're doing this with, like, the other IP too. So, hey. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, dude. Like, this is what you should have expected. I told you from the very beginning when they were talking about this that I was excited, but I was also kind of like, somehow Nintendo's gonna fuck this up again. Because they do. They always do. They fuck it up every time.
They do. And soon we have to learn. Well, I have to learn at least.
Yeah.
But I'm too optimistic. I watched too many telenovelas with my mom. I always believe that Emilio is capable of love, but at last he never is.
Great. Well, I mean, sometimes they figure it out, right? Sometimes they get abducted and then come back as a ghost or some kind of shit. I don't know. I don't watch TV, Spanish TV, so I can't say. Dude.
Cries in Spanish.
I have such, like, a distaste for, like, any corporation right now. I don't know what's happened in the last 4 years with me, but, like, I've become to the point where I just don't care about corpos or those kinds of things. Like, even universities, I'm kind of like, these fuckers are just trying to make money. They're trying to scam people. So, this is kind of, like, not really video game related, but it might be for someone, like, because you're in college, and I used to be in college, and Savannah used to be in college, so who knows? But, there is an architect that was hired by a school, and this school is the University of California, Santa Barbara. And UCSB decided to make this new residential hall in which they're going to try and house up to 4,500 students. Yeah, 4,500 students. 94% of them would not get a window. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'm going to post it to this is the outline plan of this new house. So it's single spacing kind of apartments.
Let me see.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, look at that.
What?
That looks fucking awful.
Wow.
This is an actual prison.
Yeah.
cell.
Well,
This is a prison block.
each one, right? It's so there would be dormitories. 9 identical residential floors would be organized into 8 quote houses, with 8, quote, suites. So this is just one suite, and this is one, like, part of it. And the literal typical bedroom will have a false window that lights up when there's sunlight outside and goes dark when there's no sunlight.
This is an actual future prison.
I know, and they're doing this like for UCSB, right? So obviously there's not really like, I'm looking at this, but the reason that it's in the news is that the design review committee, the consulting architect who took a look at this proposal, quit in protest over the university's proposed Mungle Hall project, calling the massive, mostly windowless dormitory plan, quote, unsupportable from my perspective as an architect, a parent, and as a human being.
Yeah, like, I'm just looking at this, and I will say, at least 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
At least 2 bathrooms for 8 people.
What the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this,
No,
right?
but-
Like, I don't get it. Like,
And also, there's like, so there's a kitchen area, but there's bedroom doors in the kitchen area. Like, a match, that's, you can't do, there's like 1, 2, 3, there are like 4 cabinets for 8 people.
yeah.
And there's like 1 fridge.
You just can't.
Yeah, it looks awful, dude. Like, I don't know what I could do about this. Like, this would depress me.
Like I said, it's a nice prison block.
It's a nice prison
but
block.
I don't think nice prison block is the goal when making dormitories.
There's going to be lots of posters of Che in there. Che Guevara, the most capitalized communist.
Hell yeah. I can already see like the horror movie situation where they go into lockdown and they use that table to eat each other.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it has a shower area, it looks like it has a toilet area, and it's in suite.
Yeah, it's got 2 bathrooms.
But sharing,
It's got 2
but
bathrooms.
still, like 2 bathrooms for 8 people.
No, it's impossible. I did 1 bathroom for 4 people, and it was hell. Like, this is how I describe it. I've almost crapped my pants like once every 2 months, and the last time I almost crapped my pants, I was like 7.
Yeah.
As an adult man, almost crapping myself shouldn't be something that I do on a bi-monthly basis.
Man, we just need to bring back chamber pots. That's the whole thing. But then how would we throw it out during brown hour, right? Because there's no windows. They're false windows.
They open up into like a toilet. No, this is that one episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. Dude,
The one with the bikes.
I just don't get this design, right? I understand they're trying to maximize like the amount of students that they could put in UCSB, but like, come on.
I will say this. If it's free, then I'm willing to forgive it if it's free. But I know it's not.
No, because it's fucking college,
I can
right?
guarantee. Yeah, I was about to say. I can guarantee that this will cost more than getting an off-site apartment.
Dude, if this had 1 gig,
Because they always do.
if this had 1 gig internet, and like legitimately, like I could just like had soundproofing everywhere, then holy shit, maybe, right? But I don't know. You'd have to put like some. You'd have to put like some fucking mood lighting in this shit.
It's yeah. Look, we got an LED light bulb. The only setting is red.
You might as well like do a fucking Squid Games with this one.
I was just thinking, yeah, this is like if I think of dystopian future, like not like apocalyptic dystopian, this is like what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like this would be fun for like a cabin, like if you want to go on a camping trip with the bros, this would be cool.
I mean,
but this is college. This is not a good experience.
well, because like obviously,
Like,
if this is college, right, and you're fucking someone, then wouldn't you be able to hear everything? Because like you have 8 people,
That
you have
too.
8 people here. Obviously, someone's dating someone.
Or
Well, what you got to do is you got to fight back by getting the Bible on audiobook and just blasting it.
Nah. What were you gonna say, babe?
oh, sorry, I was gonna say something stupid.
No, go ahead.
Something
ahead.
about like how else are you gonna assert your dominance?
Just T-pose while they're fucking. Just like T-pose on them while they're doing this, and just be like, "Remember Jesus." I don't know. That's the Baylor way.
I was thinking, it was like Fuck on the table.
I mean, it's right there in the
Fuck on the
middle of the
kitchen.
room.
No.
So.
Yeah, occupy the bathrooms. Roommates shit each other. Dude, I don't know, because like some of like honestly, like I was in, so the dorm that I was in at Baylor was Penland, right? And Penland was the dirtiest and most disgusting dorm room on the entire fucking campus, and people knew that, right? And the people that got into Penland were like the quote poor end quote kids at Baylor, right? Because Baylor's an expensive school, so the ones that like are from middle class, which I'm from the middle class. Were considered to be the poor kids, and if they didn't want to pay $800 a month for rent, they did the dorm. Ugh. And when they did the dorm, there was still, even for this kind of stuff, there were only 2 beds, right? There were 2 beds, you know, a sink, and like the restroom was literally across the hall from us. So I could just like literally walk into the bathroom, right? So it was nice. But
I remember doing like the university tour, like the mandatory thing they make you do like a month before your freshman year. And they were like, yeah, have a free night in the dorms, but don't get too comfortable, or else you might never want to leave. The dorm they put me in, I felt like it was prison.
Oh
again.
yeah. Well, like for
it
us,
was too
like
bad.
we couldn't do Wi-Fi, so they had like basic plugins, and they had to plug in to our computers. And then the Wi-Fi was also, the internet was also metered. Not only was it metered, you had to put in your password and your student ID every single fucking time. And they even blocked porn sites and other sites to the other part of the like school website. So like,
there's no stress relief.
There is not. Like, it was one of those things of like, this was still like the early days, right? So it was like 2009, 2010. So VPNs were just coming out and that kind of thing. And so like the person who told everyone about VPNs all of a sudden was like the most favorite person in the entire dorm room. But like all the dorm rooms were really thin. So even if it was 2-person to a room, the 3rd floor itself was cramped. And, well, I don't know, there was a guy who was who was next to us who fucked his girlfriend all the fucking time. Like, literally just, like, they went at it, and it was annoying, because I would be like, guys, it's 3 a.m. Number one, like, I get it, you got game, but fuck, dude, like...
Do it at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I would appreciate
like,
it
if
you
I'm,
woke me at this time.
Number one, like, if I'm doing it to where I can play video games and have the TV at full volume and still hear your girlfriend scream, like, that's too much. I can't do it anymore.
Listen, dog, this isn't to be rude, but I got you a muzzle.
I got you a muzzle.
Listen, and it's not just me. Everybody in this building pitched in, all right?
Now, I will say, like, we had some fun times, right? So we all bought airsoft guns, and we had a massive airsoft fight just on the 3rd floor.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, it was fucking great. But then also they got mad at us because people kept knocking down the exit signs. Because they'd get drunk and they would be like, slap test. They would just like slap test the thing and just hit the exit sign. And they got mad and they're like, we're going to charge everyone for this. And then like one of the parents was a lawyer and was basically like, yeah, fuck you. You're not doing that. It was just like they dropped all conversation of having us pay for that kind of stuff. So it still happened.
Nice.
But oh my God, they were fucking upset about it. So it was, I mean, everyone knew where the exits were. It's not like nobody was like, where are the exits? I don't know. It's the only 2 big doors that are inside of the area. So
I keep running into broom closets.
I know.
I will say this. I used to live in an apartment. Like my first year here, I lived in an apartment that it was kind of like a dorm room where you needed a key to enter the building, and then you needed a key to get in on your floor, and then the key to your house. So what I would do is, every time I had somebody over, I would open the door to the broom closet and be like, yeah, this is where I live.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Good. Damn.
How do you think rent's so cheap?
Why do you think rent's so cheap? Well, with that being said, right, I think we need to go. So we're at, 42 minutes?
I'm at 1 hour and 14 minutes.
Well, sorry, because I had to the new software breaks it down into 2s, right?
Okay,
yeah.
I get you. Yeah. So thank you, folks. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, whether you celebrated it on Saturday, like a Satanist, or whether you celebrated it on Saturday like a Christian or Sunday like a Satanist. We love all of you. We're very happy you're here with us. We do stream. We try to do that on the weekends. We'll tweet about it before we do, so you can be prepared. If you miss it, no worries. We'll upload it on the YouTube. We got Discord. We got Twitter. You can find everything in the description. Anything you want to add, Stanley?
You know what I'm going to do from now on is that anyone who tries to be like a fundamentalist Christian with me, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to talk to them like they're basically the gay people, like how gay people are talked to by Christians. I just don't know if I can support your lifestyle. Since when did you decide to become a Christian? You know it's only a choice, right? Like it's basically that. Or like my favorite one of these is, it's just a phase. You'll get over it. I don't know.
With that being said, thank you.
Because you're talking about like celebrating it like a Christian. I'm just like, yeah, fuck those people. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm talking about fundies, right? I'm talking about the fundies, fundamentalists.
Keep the Sabbath.
Yeah.
Keep the Sabbath holy. We must starve. I never understood Fast Sunday. Like,
dude, it's a lot of fucking bullshit, right? A lot of history that we don't have. But yeah, sorry. I know I went on a tangent, but still, that's what I'm going to do from now on. If someone's just like, I'm sorry, it's just my beliefs. I just don't think that y'all are making the right decision. I just don't support your lifestyle. And I don't know.
You know what? Everybody, because my lifestyle for working out, my philosophy is I work out so hard because I want to continue eating garbage food without dying in 10 years.
Dude, you sound like Brigitte from Overwatch.
Hell yeah. No, legit, that's how it is. I have like everybody I know who goes to the gym with me because they're like, you want to get something after the gym? I'm like, yeah, and they all want like Chipotle or something. I'm like, I want to go to Carl's. That's always it. It's always like, why do you work out if you're going to eat like trash? No. I work out so I can eat like trash. You don't understand.
I burn 800
and
calories.
I don't support your lifestyle.
I burn 800 calories an hour so that I can go eat a 1,000-calorie burger. And
I'm literally about to go to Little Caesars, get myself an extra most bestest crazy style all over the pizza.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry I brought us on that tangent. You know, fuck my life, but hey, whatever.
I can't support this lifestyle. And once again, a very special thank you to Savannah for joining us. You've been fantastic. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to shout out?
Nope, nothing I can think of.
You don't want to shout out your therapist homies?
Oh yeah, I could shout out my therapist homies. Yes, love them all. They're great. I don't know, just all of them as a whole.
Every single one.
And if anyone needs a therapist, go to austinstrong.com. Sorry,
only if you're in the Austin area.
Yeah, only if you're in Texas.
I don't know.
Mental health.
Mental health. Fight it, or don't. I don't know. Okay.
We need like gym shirts for mental health. Like no dad, no problem.
Dude, this is gonna be so popular on like sorority girl websites.
No, like legit. I'm trying to commission this from my sister. A T-shirt that like in massive like radical words on the back says "sad but rad."
Oh my god! You know Mia will do it too, right? You know Mia would 100% do that.
I know she would, but I've been asking for this shirt for months now.
Yeah, tell her to stop, right? I mean, I know that she's babysitting right now, but like, tell her to be like, "Hey, stop looking after those kids. They can bathe themselves." Like,
make me shirts.
make me merch. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching this. Go to hell. You know what? I'm gonna do it preemptively. Go to hell, Mark Zuckerberg, before you do anything that you're thinking about doing.
Dude, I'll see him there. I'll see the Zuck there, and he can explain to me his ass in those boarding shorts.
Bro, you can smoke all kinds of meats in hell. Good night, folks.